You're going to have ups and downs in life. Things are going to go wrong. You're going to lose businesses. You're going to lose jobs. You're going to break up. And there are times when you get injured, and there are times when you get mentally defeated and you feel like you don't want to do it anymore. And those days go on and on and on. Things are going to go wrong. And what you need to do is to keep moving forward. No matter what happens, keep moving forward.
We all go through pain. Get a reward for yours. There's some things in life you don't need no degree for, you don't need no money for it, you don't need no support for it. There's something in life you just gonna get through when you tell yourself, I'm gonna get through this. I need you to look at that sickness that's going on in your life right now, whatever it is. I want you to say, I can beat it. I can beat it. I will beat it. I must. You think it's gonna be easy? Forget about it. All right, don't even try to be successful. It's a wrap. It's not going to be easy, but I want you to feel that pain going through your body. And as pain leaves your body, guess what's going to take its place? Success. And when that thing tells you to quit, you look at it in his eye and say, I ain't going nowhere. I will break you before you break me. You will not defeat me. You will not destroy me. I'm unbreakable now. Life is going to see how bad you want what you say you want. Impose your will on it. Life will give in to you if it knows you're serious about whatever it is that you're trying to do. Life will give in to you. Whenever you start, you make sure you finish. If you do not kill me, you will not stop my drive. No petty adversity will not stop me. I have to complete every mission that I set out on.
From this day forward, set out to achieve greatness, not by looking for someone to give it to you, but by going through all of the blood, all of the sweat, all of the hard work, by going to work to set your own inner greatness free. I believe in you, because I know it's there. No matter what anyone else has said, or how anyone else has made you feel before, it's there. So you had it harder than other people, well then you're going to have to work a little harder. But trust me when I say, you have greatness inside you.
Wherever we are, with whatever hand that life has dealt us, we have the freedom of spirit. We can go through life whining and weeping, or we can have the kind of spirit that regardless of what happens to you, you can stand up inside of yourself. You have an unconquerable soul. It can be painful, it will be uncomfortable, and that's where the growth is. When you're stretching out, when you're taking life by the collar, you're going to get thrown to the ground again and again and again. But when you have determination, and you know that what you're doing is right, it gives you your life, it gives a special meaning and power to you, you'll begin to discover some things about you that you don't know you've got when you put yourself in that type of challenging situation.
You're here right now at this moment because tomorrow you want to be somebody greater than the person you are today. You see yourself succeeding. You have a vision, you have a dream. Congratulations. You're already 10 steps ahead of 95% of the world. Imagine if Michael Jordan was scared of missing. He would have never taken a shot. Imagine if Steve Jobs was afraid of people not liking his product. There would be no iPhone. So ask yourself this. Do you want to be a person who fears failure, or do you want to be a person who loves success? Which one? Because you're going to have to pick today. And I'll tell you one thing. One is a failure, and one is a success. And if you love success, there is nothing that can stop you. All those negative things people say will mean nothing. They're going to talk about how only 1% make it to the top. Big deal. Want to know something else? Only 1% stick with that fitness program long enough to see results. Only 1% of nerds stick with that video game long enough to get good at it. Only 1% of relationships stick it out to the end. That doesn't mean you have a 1% chance. It just means you can't behave like the 99%. you'll have to do something better than giving up a month from now. Those are just numbers. You want to talk about numbers? Take a look around you and take a good look around you. Are you like 99% of the people around you? If you are, then you're in the wrong video, my friend. You have to love success just as much because that's what's gonna allow you to get up and go for it. Being scared to fail won't do anything. In fact, when you love success and you start going for it, guess what happens? You're gonna fail. You're gonna fail 10 times, 100 times, maybe even 1,000 times. But that's okay. Failure isn't permanent. Falling isn't permanent. You get right back up and keep going. And this time, you're gonna be stronger, wiser, and you'll be more driven than ever. And for every 10 failures, you'll land one success. You have to love success so much that you're willing to fail 10 times before you can succeed once. That's how a winner does it.
We weren't defeated, but they had us. But it took guts, it took an attitude. That's all it takes. That's all it takes to be successful is an attitude. And that's what our coach told us. He said, hey, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna go out there, you're gonna battle, you're gonna fight, you're gonna do it for one, you're gonna do it for one another. Do it for each other, you're gonna do it for yourself, you're gonna do it for us, and you're gonna go out with this win. And we believe that, we truly did. And it's an awesome feeling. It's an awesome feeling when you truly believe that you're going to be successful. Regardless of the situation, regardless of the scoreboard, you're going to be successful because you put in all the time, all the effort.
Misses that shot, can't land it. So it is going to be that retake scenario. Krims has the kid.
Running close towards CT. Zivnik spots 3 of them out, but it's Olaf again to find device. And Olaf coming in with 4. He wants the ace, and he gets it. There we go. What a superstar performance from that man.
I was walking down the street and I saw an old man. Had a hat, suspenders, and a cane. Was about 80 years old. This old man was barely walking. He could walk, but the cane helped a lot. He was struggling. So anyway, he was walking across the street and he ended up falling. So I went over to go help him. And he gets up, says thank you, and we introduced ourselves. Had a little conversation. Told me his name and I told him mine. His name was Robert, by the way. And right as he walked away, I told him, this is what I said. Robert, you should stay inside where it's safe, my friend. And Robert turns around and says to me, I love walking. And I love walking way more than I'm afraid of falling. So I asked him, well, what about your safety? Don't you want to live? And he told me this. These are the exact words he said. He said this. Solo, living means doing what you love to do. And if I have to fall here and there to do what I want to do in life, then so be it. And he just walked away. Never saw him again. That was it. But that statement really had me thinking. And it had me thinking hard because I learned something that day. That's when I realized the true key to success. You see, I always thought if I could just fear the act of failing, and if I fear it like crazy, I will succeed. Because I thought the fear would magically motivate me to get out there and start taking action. But after that day, I realized something. I realized it's the love for success that will lead me to succeeding. So just imagine if Robert feared falling. Would he even start walking? Of course not. He wouldn't even do what he loved to do. He would sit at home and take no type of action. But he loved walking. Wasn't even scared to fall. It gave him life. That's what allowed him to get up and do it. He loved walking so much he was willing to fall 10 times a day just to do it. And you have to be the same. So the next time someone tells you You're gonna fail. You know what you tell them? Tell them they're right. But you're not afraid to fail. You're not afraid to take action. You're not afraid to jump. You're gonna fail 10 times, but you know what? It's cool. Because on the 11th time, you'll succeed. Oh, you'll succeed, all right. And it'll feel good. And while you're over here living the life of your dreams and complete happiness, guess where they're gonna be? That's right. They'll be failures, the real failures. Over there where it's safe, scared to fail. Ironic, isn't it?
You're still here, and you get another chance. This day to do better and be better, another chance to be more of who you were created and what you were created to fulfill. Everyone in this world is capable of living outside the role or beyond the role that they place themselves in. No matter what it is, you're not just a dad, you're not just a banker, you're not just a brother or a son or a convict. It doesn't matter. Like everyone is bigger, much bigger, infinitely bigger than the roles they place themselves in, and is capable of reaching potential greater than anyone can imagine. You can live the life you desire. It's right there in front of you. But in order to achieve it, you must see it, then believe it. And then you must graciously ask and train your brain to help you execute your vision. So when you start to focus and start deleting distractions from your life, and you start to get seriously invested in doing one thing staggeringly well, and you practice that one thing over and over, I'm thinking of a term, mundanity. You do one simple, seemingly insignificant every day around your main skill, and it's very mundane. The small daily improvements over time leads to world-class results. Now hear what happens in your brain. You start to isolate a single narrow circuit around that skill, and that starts to trigger certain type of brain cells known as oligodendrocyte, which then releases myelin. Now myelin is a fatty tissue that starts to wrap around that single narrow circuit, which is related to that main skill that you are practicing. And when the myelin starts to wrap around that brain circuit, what happens is that you develop accelerated learning times. You can see more quickly, heightened perception, and you learn more quickly. As quote-unquote secret of great producers, it's not a result of some natural great gift, but is actually of their daily practice, their relentless work ethics, their grit, and their singular focus and sacrifice. A great life is not built on revolution. A great life is built on evolution. Small and steady wins the race. What you do every day is far more important than what you do once every day. I want you to realize and really think about that idea of what you do every day is simply your life in literature. And as you live every single day, so you are crafting your life. What you do in the next hours is really building your future. If you can just get every single pocket of 24 hours right as best we humanly can, the rest of the life is going to take care of itself. So small wins matter. The scripture says we will eat fruit of our words. You are planting seeds when you talk, and at some point you are going to eat that fruit. My challenge is to make sure we are planting the right kind of seeds. If you want apples, you want to sow apple seeds. If you want oranges, you can't just plant cactus seeds, poison ivy seeds, mushroom seeds, because you're gonna reap fruit from exactly the same seeds that you have been sowing. In other words, you cannot just talk negative and expect people to be living a positive life. You cannot talk defeat and expect victory. You cannot talk lack, not enough, can't afford it, never get ahead, and expect to have abundance. If you are gonna have a poor mouth, you are gonna have a poor life. If you don't like what you're seeing, start sowing different seeds. It's as simple as that. We may not even realize that we are always feeding ourselves what we watch, we listen to, or the people that we are surrounding ourselves into. We are around the thoughts we are dwelling on that's feeding our inner me. If you go to lunch with people, they talk bad about your boss, make fun of a co-worker, put down your friend. They are feeding you gossip, feeding you jealousy, feeding you disrespect. Here is the key. Whatever you feed is going to grow. You may not like what they are feeding you. You're a nice person. It's just what you believe in. But if you continue to hang around them, before long, my friend, you'll be gossiping, you'll be critical, you'll be disrespectful. Why? Because you kept on feeding the wrong things. If you're always feeding negative thoughts, that'll never get well. I'll never meet a right person. You're feeding doubt, you're feeding mediocrity, feeding fear. If you know exactly what you want to be, you need to spend as much time with the people that are actually that already. You cannot let fear of failure or fear of comparison or fear of judgment from doing what is going to make you great. You cannot succeed without this risk of failure. You cannot have a voice without the risk of silence. You cannot love without the risk of losing anyone. You must go out and take these risks to get ahead in your life. It is time to believe in yourself. Go out, do your thing, and don't let anything or anyone hold you back. This is the time to initiate your dream. We at Inspired HQ believe in you. You should believe in you too.